Wife of almost 9 years cheated on me with 3 young children. I don't know what to do. I need support and advice. Welcome to Castable. Friends, comment what you think about this story, share your experiences, also give me like, subscribe and click on the bell for more Castable stories. It really hurts to write this, but I am really struggling right now, and need some support and advice. Background. My wife of 31 and I of 32 years old have been married for almost 9 years, have been together for almost 11 years. We have 3 young daughters ages 6 and twin 4-year-old daughters. Since the kids were born, we fell into the roommate trap and our intimacy has been waning. She felt self-conscious after the children were born, especially the twins. We started marriage counseling at the start of this year when I came to her shortly after the new year, very emotional because I felt like we were drifting apart. Our intimacy had become non-existent. We were in counseling for about 5 months this year and the counselor had recommended we pause marriage counseling and we both do individual counseling to figure out what we wanted. We have been doing that ever since. She has been a stay-at-home housewife/mom since we became married. She said that it was always her passion to be a mom and at the time she felt she was put on this earth to be a mom. I appreciated that since I grew up with a stay-at-home mom until I was in early elementary school and was great having her there. Occasionally she will work as an extra on film production when they are in town. It has happened a couple of times over the last 4 years. Affair. My wife picked up an extra gig for a film that was shooting in town. First 3 days were great, she was super happy to be on the production set and was enjoying everything. She was networking and making connections. She recently told me that she thinks she wants to pursue acting and try to get commercials, etc. One of the production staff gave her a good reference to the extra casting director and she got asked if she wanted to come back for 3 more days of shooting. These turned out to be afternoon into the night and sometimes all-night shoots, which she says she did not know when accepting the gig. The 4th day is when she met the affair partner, lover. 4th night nothing happened, they talked with all of the other extras in a group setting. All of the extras exchanged numbers. Filming wrapped at about 1 a.m. The 5th day their call time was not until about 4 p.m. and did not wrap until 4 a.m. I am working full-time during all of this, 7 to 5. They were messaging during the day with each other and developed an emotional connection throughout the 5th day of shooting. On the 6th day of filming their call time was not until 6 p.m. and wrapped at 6 a.m. Inappropriate messages, flirting, without pictures or videos, were sent during the day. Then that night it turned physical. They made out in the back of his car, twice, and touched each other on top of their clothes. She told me they did not have sex, which I confirmed through text messages I found to her best friend, without her knowing. She told me Sunday evening, day 7, she wrapped filming at 6 a.m., so it is all still very fresh and raw. Aftermath. She told me and I was numb and devastated. She said that it is over, and they broke it off. She said he blocked her number and that it is over. I ask her if she is still following him on social media and she says she didn't know. We pull up her Instagram together and she is still following him, and I tell her to unfollow him, which she does. On day 9 we got an emergency appointment with our marriage counselor, and it turns out she refollowed him on Instagram after she unfollowed lover in front of me. I come to find out that he is the one that really broke it off, blocked her number and said they are finished. She has since tried to reach out to him again through Instagram, but he has not responded. All of this happened before our marriage counselor appointment. Somehow over 3 days she developed a deep emotional connection with him because they had shared interests, both had strict religious upbringings and were sorting through all of that. She has since told me that she is having an identity crisis and doesn't know what she wants. She wasn't able to get closure from him because he is not responding to her, and she is grieving that loss. She said that it is her and not me and that I am perfect. I provide for our family well, help around the house as much as I can, am involved in our daughters' lives, etc. I am not perfect and have my own issues that I am working through, but will always put my kids first. Struggles. I am struggling with the fact that is literally throwing away the last 10 years of our lives and our daughter's future with some guy who she knew for 3 days. I keep asking her why did it happen, and she says she doesn't know why or won't say it. I honestly don't know if he hadn't broken it off if she would be able to or would have wanted to. Don't want our daughters to grow up having to split holidays and weeks at each other's house, but I don't know what to do. Thank you for taking the time to read this, and any advice or support you are willing to give is greatly appreciated. Comments. 1. This won't end well. You're not even her second choice. Even after he rejected her, she still isn't choosing you. You will never overcome the resentment. None of it makes any sense, but she has some deep-rooted issues she doesn't seem willing or ready to address. Had he reciprocated further, clearly she would have invested further in him. Implement the Grey Rock and 180 methods and begin planning for a happier life as co-parents. She's too broken to keep up, and your emotional health will only further degrade under this scenario. I suggest a short-term separation to truly process your feelings. The good news is your children are young and can adapt well to a healthy co-parenting relationship. 2. The fact that your daughters might grow up in a broken home is her fault alone. Here's the rub: do you want them to grow up in a home that is filled with anger, hurt and mistrust? As far as the cheater, yeah, there is no remorse from her, and she is still not choosing anything related to you. Ask her to move in with family or friends so you can have space to think about your next move. Separate finances. See a lawyer and figure out your legal future. Get into individual counseling. Stay away from marriage counseling, as they like to spin it that you carry some blame, because their client is the marriage, not the betrayed spouse. 3. It takes her 3 to 4 days for her to deeply fall in love with that guy whom she just met. She's unsure about what she wants now, despite of the fact that you have identified the issues in your marriage and is actively working on it. The only thing that she has correctly said is that it's her who is the problem and not you. For your and your kids' sake, please end this shell of a marriage. Your kids will pick up the issues as they grow up, and that will negatively impact them. They'll be needing at least one stable parent, which in your case is you. She's not gonna get away from that guy anytime soon. For your own sake, move on. 4. Way too many on here are reluctant to rid themselves of a cheater for the kids. In almost every case, they come to regret that later. Better the kids grow up in 2 homes with love rather than one where they see the resentment between the parents. Kids are far more perceptive than we adults want to believe, and she's still in the affair. Even if the lover, for the moment at least, is not. But if the lover believes he's in need of a quick side piece, he knows all he needs to do is unblock her and invite her over for a night of SNU, and she'll jump at the chance. She desires her lover, but she's using you to provide 3 hots and a cot for her. She has broken the trust that's required in a marital relationship. You should do a few things in full view of her. Whether or not you believe she had SNU with the lover or no. You need to send her a clear message that she's broken trust. Get an STD test. Leave the paperwork for it out in a place where she can see it. It says, "I don't believe you," loud and clear. Second, DNA test your kids. Even if you know beyond a shadow of a doubt you do not trust her. Next, go talk to a lawyer about divorce. Right now she's still in the affair fog. You don't hold the key to her heart, the lover does. So hand her divorce papers. That will smack her out of the affair fog. So she'll be forced to choose either her family or the lover. At the moment, she can still pursue the lover and have you support her. Take the best of both worlds option out of her hand. She can have one or the other, not both. If she wants to pursue the lover, she's free to do so. But the cost will be her marriage. Don't let her continue to cake eat. 5. She already lost feelings for you, she checked out the marriage. No matter what will you do or did, blocking her lover is not going to work, because she will find another way. She ducked him in 3 days, so you can think how easy she is, split personality or whatever. Those are just false justification. She already know what she was doing and still know what will be the consequences. She didn't even care about kids. After all your confrontation, she still want to contact her lover, and she already ruined 10 years of relationship. Not you, it's on her how to rebuild it. If she wants reconciliation. Reconciliation is a gift, not a lifelong compromise. 6. If your wife can't recognize now that her lover told that he had shared interests with her just, and only, to get into her knickers OP, then she needs to grow. She was clearly targeted and pursued by a guy who probably does this on every single film set. She was taken for a ride, no pun intended, by a pro. Unfortunately, she will never listen to or believe this from you. It will have to be someone that she really respects. A senior, authoritative figure. Once she's got this simple truth through her skull, then maybe, just maybe, you've got a chance. You've just got to hope that she's not pregnant, because her lover will have been raw dogging her rotten. Good luck. Friends, comment what you think about this story, share your experiences, also give me like, subscribe and click on the bell for more castable stories.